Abdul Rab and the Feathered Helpers. Abdul Rab loved the big green park. He loved the tall clay trees and the squishy clay mud puddles. But there was one thing in the park that made Abdul Rab want to hide. The birds. Whoosh, they would fly, and flap, flap, flap went their wings. It was all a bit too much for Abdul Rab. High up in a clay oak tree, a wise old owl named Hooty blinked her big round eyes. She saw the little boy hiding and felt a bit sad. "He doesn't know how helpful we are," she hooted softly to herself. "I think it's time for a lesson." Hooty swooped down silently and landed on the bench next to Abdul Rab. "Don't be scared, little one," she cooed. "My friends just want to show you something." She pointed a wing towards a tree trunk. Tap, tap, tap went a little red-headed bird. "That's Woody the Woodpecker," Hooty explained. "He's like a doctor for the trees. He taps on the bark to find pesky bugs that are trying to eat the tree from the inside. He eats them up, keeping the trees healthy and strong." Abdul Rab watched, amazed. The little bird wasn't trying to be loud and scary. He was helping the big tree. Abdul Rab crawled out from under the bench and took a small step closer. Just then, a cheerful robin with a bright red tummy landed on the grass. Her name was Rosie. She hopped around, tugging at something in the ground. "What is she doing?" Abdul Rab whispered to Hooty. "Rosie is a gardener," Hooty hooted. "She eats yummy berries from the bushes. Later, when she flies to a new spot, she drops the seeds. And wherever a seed lands, a new berry bush can grow. She plants food for everyone." A tree doctor and a gardener. Abdul Rab had never thought about birds like that. He saw another little bluebird land on a flower. Instead of hiding, Abdul Rab smiled a tiny smile. The bird wasn't scary. It was beautiful. "And what about you?" Abdul Rab asked Hooty. "I'm a night watchman," she said proudly. "At night, I fly silently and help keep the garden safe from too many mice that might eat all the farmer's vegetables. We all have a job to do to help the earth." Abdul Rab looked at all the birds flying and hopping around the park. They weren't scary at all. They were busy helpers. "Thank you, birds," he shouted. A cheerful chirp answered him back. Now, when Abdul Rab goes to the park, he always says hello to his feathered friends.